Today from Heroic, and I'm gonna tell you something. I follow this man everywhere, everything that he's doing. I've seen all his cosplays. I'm on his Instagram. I'm on his Facebook. I see everything that he's doing with his kids, and it is such a blessing that this is the second time that he was at the first Irie Coffee Teas and Bubbles, and now he's here for the grand opening for the second one. So how you been doing, Eric?
Been very good. Been busy.
I know you've been busy. I've been watching what you've been doing. Today he's here as Superman. He's here to save the day and make sure that I don't go crazy and and just start pulling out all my hair and all that good stuff that they doing things that Superman be doing. So Eric, what have you been doing lately, man, since the last time that I seen you?
Just staying busy with my kids a lot. In my spare time, doing things with low-income kids, get medical exams, dental exams, things like that.
So a lot of things that you do at Heroic are more charitable contributions to like children or doing things like this, or is it a social club? I mean, I'm trying to get a good grasp of what Heroic is and let our viewers and everybody know what's going on with Heroic. So just give us a little bit about what's going on with Heroic.
Yeah, Heroic stands for Heroes in Engaged in Real Organizations. We are a charity cosplay group, and all we do really is volunteer for community events. We work with groups like the Muscular Dystrophy Association, Toys for Tots, Make-A-Wish Foundation. Today was a health fair, and we've done work with libraries and schools. Yeah, it's not really a social club. We gather really in costume to help give back to the community.
So it's more, how can I say, take away from that term, it's more not a social club, but it's more a charitable organization where a group of people get together and they cosplay and they do it for the good of other people. Like, so you said that you do a lot of things for like the children and children hospitals, and and you also do it for grown people too, right?
We do, yes.
Okay, so it's like you guys go out there and then you dress up and you go out there and you show the cause and you help raise money for that cause.
That's right.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I wish more people was doing that, because there's so many people out there that have these abilities and have these gifts, and they're great cosplayers and they have all this talent, and it's like they could be using that to help other people. You know how beautiful that is for me to be able to hear you say that I go there in a Make-A-Wish foundation, okay? A child that is terminally ill or someone that is sick, and then you get to go in there and really be that superhero for them. And I just look and I see so many things that you do with the Harry Potter. I see you do with the Star Trek. I mean, it's just, I could just keep naming and naming and naming what you're doing. But the greatest thing about what I see, Eric, is what you do with your kids and what you're teaching them. You understand? You're teaching them to be decent human beings and to not be ashamed of what it is that they do or how they dress or how they look, or to teach them skills on how to make their own outfits. I mean, the reason I pay attention is because what you are doing is what I love to see people doing. That's how I love with Travis Henzo when I do with the Legacy Initiative, when we went out to the nursing homes and we did that. That made me feel so good inside to just see people happy, that to see this older gentleman, and he said, you know what, I never had Batman come to my room before, and he was so happy because they didn't have any family, they didn't have anybody that was there, and here you come in with your confidence, and you bring that cheer and you bring that joy. And I see the kids, man, I know your kids, I mean, I've seen them, okay, and they're all well-rounded individuals. And that's what's so beautiful about it. And then they're going to go through the rest of their life and they're going to know what it's like to give back. And in return, they got the blessing of their Father who is giving to them. And I just think that more people, that my interview that I wanted to do with you today was to look at Eric as a man and what it is that he is teaching not only his children, but the inspiration that you are giving to this community, and that you know what, and that to show that you shouldn't have no fear. If you feel like this and this is what your fandom is, this is what you believe in, you may not have all the money in the world. I've seen you go and you say, I got this at this shop, or I got this at this store, and you put it all together and you make this beautiful thing. And you know what, and it's like, I just wish that more people would understand that Heroic, you are actually going out there and being heroes. You're actually being heroic. You're actually doing deeds that normal heroes in every, if we think about it, comic books or whatever, that's what they're doing, and you're doing it in everyday life, and you're showing your children, which is the next generation, to be heroes too. And I just think so. You know what I want to know is that, what is your latest plans and everything that you got going on?
Well, I'm working on a couple different costumes right now. Salt Lake Comic-Con Fan X is coming up soon. I've been working on Cat Noir from Miraculous Ladybug. I'm going to be part of an Archie Comics group as Jughead.
I love Archie. Oh my God, are you serious? I read all those comics and everything. I love Archie, man. I'm sorry, I just geeked out for a minute there. Oh my goodness, I got goosebumps. I have not seen nobody do that.
Yeah, it was one of our members who was interested in putting together a group. So we're getting Betty and Veronica. I'm going to be Jughead, we'll have Archie.
Oh my God.
We're getting instruments so that we can be like the Archie's band.
That's just when I also see when you did the Scooby-Doo. I am a Scooby-Doo fanatic, man. I've got everything, every show, every episode, everything that you could possibly think of. And then I saw you guys, I was like, oh, they doing it big. I said, why couldn't I have been? I could have been a chocolate family or somebody. I said I could have did it too, but I love Scooby-Doo. And so you're getting these ready for the con is in September?
Coming up in September.
Okay,
right.
So you're gonna do the Archie one there?
Yeah, we'll do the Archie one there.
Man, I know if I show up, if I see, I better get me a picture, because that is like my fandom right there. That's my era, okay? I'm like a 70s, 80s baby, late. That's what I grew up on, Archie and all of them, and Jughead and Scooby-Doo and all of that. And I just wish more people would bring those characters out, because they have a lot of positive inspiration to them.
They do.
And people don't see it like that. They just look at all the inspiration. I'm old school Superman. I like the old school Superman, okay? When he was like sitting there, next thing you know, he's like up and away, and then as it shows a cartoon going on in the air.
Right.
I love that, to me was the era of comics that I grew up into. And when I see people doing that era of comics, it's like, I'm like, yo, they're bringing it back old school. They letting them know what it was like before all of this CGI and all these things, when there was actual actors. And they had to do their own stunts, and they had to do, and a lot of people, they just, they just think that that's the way it is, but they don't go into the history, or they don't go into where it came from. And then when I see people like you, and I see your kids, and I see them in the old school Robin suits and all them things, I'm like, yeah, that's how you do it, baby. I'm like, do it the way that that it's going on. And so that's why, so you got a lot of plans for the Salt Lake City Comic-Con. You're gonna be there for all the days?
I will definitely be there on Friday and Saturday. Still working on Thursday.
So so you got a costume for every day.
Yeah. And usually I change during the day, so I usually have 2 costumes per day.
You're just like Superman. You just need a dang thing. So you know what? I just want everybody to know where they can check you out for Heroic, and and where they can get more information about your cause, and maybe be able to help you out, man.
Absolutely.
So tell them what's going on.
Yeah.
Where to find you at?
We are on Facebook at Heroic Utah. We are also on Instagram as Heroic Utah, and you can go directly to our website at heroicinc.org.
And so you guys, you heard that? The man just told you himself, Superman just told you himself where he's going to be, where you can find him. And if you're out there and you want to get into a charity, you want to get into causes, and you want to do something that's with your cosplay that can help, you guys need to check Eric Hall out with Heroic. And I'm going to tell you something, he's doing big things. And once again, I love you guys. Tea time with the Empress. And you know what? As usual, do you.